Wherever you want to, Jackson.
Yeah, you just hit the off. I've never really did that. You know that far.
I can do that. We ready? Morning.
Cool. Good morning.
Look, my name's Adrian Young. This is Jackson. Jackson's very nervous today, so everybody be nice to Jackson. I'm in front of her. I know that's gonna embarrass me even more. So hold on, I was gonna do it once. So we're gonna talk about social media and leveraging social media to grow your business. As a team, we lean into it hard as a team, and we get a ton of views, we get a ton of people reaching out, we get a ton of leads. But right now we're averaging 40 to 50 leads a week from social media. I know, right? That's the case, Steve. That's why we do it, because it works, and we built quite a system with it. We're going to have really different viewpoints on how to handle it, just because we're so different in age. He's looking at one thing, I'm looking at another. So we'll try and present all of it so that you guys understand what we do and why we do it. So, approve.
Yeah.
Holy AI.
Hit that apply. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's a,
Okay, so the social media part of this, I mean, you guys know in general, people are shopping online for houses, right? Doesn't matter what site it is, whether it's like Homes, it's Zillow, it's Realtor, it's whatever, they're online. If you're going to, unless you're a paying member of a Homes or a Realtor or a Zillow, when they're looking on those different sites and it's your property, they're seeing some other agent's name attached to it, right? Is anybody in here paying for any of those services? Okay, how's it working? And
It always worked really good, but this year was a little off. Realtor.com.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I call them the big three between Realtor, Zillow, and Homes.com. Homes has really jumped in their presence and what they're offering. Of the three right now, I truthfully think it's the best one for your money, because they're allowing you to be the featured agent, not just. It's more of where you do all your business. So if you list a home in this neighborhood, you become the feature for that neighborhood. If you list it over here, you become for that neighborhood. Like, it's a really different style than what these other ones were. But I'm not here to try and sell you on paying for leads. That's not the point of this. The point is really just to help you understand that buyers are going to be looking online. And if you can transfer them from almost in tandem with your stuff that's online, from the Homes, the Zillows, the Realtors, into getting them back on your social media pages, that's where you're going to build your following. And when I say we are rocking on social media, like, our numbers don't lie. I mean, we're doing a lot of deals. We've got a lot of transactions with it. If you look at our videos, I mean, one of the things that we insist on for all of our listings is doing social media. Like, Jackson loves to do it. John and Jess up front here, they love to do it. Like me, a little awkward with it yet. But I mean, the point is we're going to talk about the whys and the hows. Jackson's even going to show you how then to start making some of the TikTok videos if anybody is interested in that sort of stuff. So, okay, so let's talk about the big four. Okay, and I was under the impression that Facebook was just like for old people. Okay, which I don't know. I'll accept that. It is what it is, because it's my favorite right now. But we were at this marketing event a couple weeks ago. And it was really designed. They brought in these people like Jared Petro. Everybody knows Jared here from You Relax. They brought in Jared, who crushes it online. If you ever watch Jared's stuff, like, he knows how to do this. But they brought in a couple other business people from the area that talked about how they're using social media. And almost all of them agreed. They're all in different industries. They all agree that they still think Facebook is the best place to promote your business. Not necessarily, like, you may get more views on TikTok. Like, the one lady runs a funeral home. She gets over 1 million views on her TikToks because she features a pink casket. Like, it was crazy to me to think, but being she's known for the pink casket. She brought it to this event. There was the pink casket sitting there. A little weird. But I think the point is with all of these is to understand sort of why you would use each one. I think the old trend was that you had to have them all, right?
People are saying.
People are saying.
I mean, I prefer like when it comes to Facebook, that's where we're usually gonna find like our target audience.
Mhm.
You know, it's typically is a little bit of the older generation. That's the people that are buying homes or repeat buyers or sellers. But TikTok is good for getting views and it has you get a younger, it's younger people are on the platform more, but it's where you get a lot more views and oftentimes the views from TikTok translate well into Facebook. And if you can get like a big fan base on TikTok, it translates into everything else.
And I know, like, one of the things Jackson will talk about is some of the videos that we create on TikTok. And then we can translate them over to Facebook, because I think the tools and all that is much better, much easier to use. So I'm gonna leave that all to him when we get to that point. So there's a couple things that we focus on in real estate when we're talking about the content we want to create. So I think people think if I just throw my listings up on social media, that's gonna get me traffic. Well, I mean, it'll get you some traffic, it's gonna get you some views, but it's not going to be the kind of traction that you want. It's not gonna be the lead generation that you're looking for. So there's 4 different things that they talk about, especially in real estate. Featuring your houses, absolutely. Not just posting them, but doing the video walkthroughs. Like if you're in a house, walk people through it, let them see. Now, do you walk them through the entire house? No, why?
See it, there's.
Right, get off your ass and come see it, right? So you want to give them like, well, this is a teaser a little bit. Like, we're not doing the whole house. We want to highlight maybe the kitchen, or we want to highlight the renovated something that pulls them to come in. So we want to give them that. We want to give them some information on the market. I mean, think about who you're trying to find. Are you trying to find sellers? Are you trying to find buyers? Everybody's got a preference. But if you're going to provide information as a realtor, you want to provide something that's going to go to those people that you want to find. Something for how to stand out with a strong offer in a buyer's market, something you're going to do specifically to list a house to make it stand out. Like, what are you going to do that draws those people in? Who does community spotlights? Anybody feature anything in a local community? I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. Like, we list homes all over central PA, and yet I don't do any focus on a specific area. But like, I follow agents that do a great job of highlighting specific markets. Like there's one that, like, I live in Lidditz over in Lancaster County. She loves to focus on all the cool things in Lidditz. Lidditz is awesome. If you've ever been there, Lidditz is adorable. It's charming. It's got great restaurants, shops, everything. Great little main street. She highlights all this different stuff. Like, I truthfully don't think she sells many homes, but people look at her and she must be some Lidditz expert. Like, okay, maybe she knows where to get a good burger, but she doesn't know anything about the market. But people don't know that. To them, she's the expert in Lidditz. So I'm curious to see for her if it starts to draw more business. If you're doing all the other things and you add in the community spotlight, I think it's just going to help draw that business right back to you guys. And then last but not least are the market updates. You guys know where you get them? Yes, right. They send them out. They're on React page.
I said the board.
Okay.
Because you're like Elcar, so.
Yeah.
Any board.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like- So on these like 4, we'll call them pillars, do you guys do one once a week? And stay consistent with that, or what's your schedule?
So-
for those 4 things?
The home tours and walkthroughs is almost daily, because as we're listing houses, like, we're trying to get them up right away. We do them the days of our open houses. We do them in the days leading up to the open houses. We do them when they're just listed. We as a team, if you see our posts, like, we do it and we tag the entire team in it, so that everybody's page now has all the different houses on it, has all the traction on it. It also increases all the views. If it's posted on my page, John's page, Jeff's page, all of our followers are seeing that post. So for houses, it's constant. We want people to know we're selling houses. I mean, you can know all that other stuff you want to know about me, but I want you to know that I sell houses. For the seller tips, I think that's more of a once a week thing. And the advice I'll give you with the buyer and seller tips is to be consistent on when you do it. Like, pick a day, pick a time that you know you're going to offer those tips. I used to work with an agent. She called it her Tuesday 2-minute tip. And every Tuesday at like 1 o'clock, she would post this 2-minute video on something real estate related. And when she first started, I was like, that's kind of catchy. And then I was at a picnic, and a friend's dad came up to me and goes, "Hey, that lady in your office, she's a real go-getter." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I tune in every week to see her tip." Like, are you kidding me? Like, she was selling like 5 houses a year, but this guy thought this information must be great. So not to diminish any amount of houses, but if you think if you can do all these things and you can really start to leverage it in a bigger business, think of all the different tips that you're going to have, the more stuff you're going to learn and be able to share. Like, it's all about creating your online presence, your brand. Everybody knows they're their own brand, right? Right? Like, you're running a business, you're your brand, you got a brand. Everybody has their own brand. This is your way of building your brand so that you can build your business. That's the whole point. The market updates, obviously, I think are once a month. Like, numbers come out, share them once a month. That's it. The average person, I don't think, really cares about what's happening in the local market. But again, it's a way for you to cement the fact that you're in real estate. Here's all the data that's coming out. It's like the official piece, you will, of sharing the marketing part.
Kind of to piggyback off of that last one too, just one thing that's really important when you're consistently posting all this stuff is it kind of like you said, it reinforces your image. Because I've had people that, you know, I already know, like I've already made connections with them, but they'll come up to me and say that, you know, they watch my videos and stuff like that. And it really helps when, you know, I'm meeting new prospects and new clients. If they look me up online, you know, they're going to come across my social media. And even if I'm not selling homes, they're seeing that I'm active on social media. I'm posting open houses and posting all these things that we just talked about. So it's just the consistency helps build confidence in you as an agent and just helps reinforce your brand.
Yeah, like I was selling an old sofa of mine and the people came to my house to pick it up and the guy's like, I recognize you. Said, oh yeah? Because I keep seeing you online with all these different houses. Like, I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity. And I was like, that's a little awkward. I don't think about it that way. But it was a great reminder that like a random person, yet he was seeing my stuff. I don't know which one of my teammates knew him. Somebody knew him somehow, either that or all the target stuff we do, which we'll talk about. So this one is key because we talked about building a brand, right? Like, every company that you know has a brand. You know their colors, you know their logo. I mean, like, we know this little person is on my Starbucks cup every single day. We know the colors that are on it. We know that Starbucks is written in the same font. We know everything is the same. That's the biggest thing that I took away from meeting with some of these people that really, really market heavily online is that you have to have your brand. Okay. You have to use your same fonts. You have to have your logo, your colors. I mean, if you don't have your individual logo, lean into the KW colors, right? Lean into the reds and the black, like lean into that stuff because KW has maybe the most recognizable brand in real estate. And you're here, you use it, lean into it. We have all the logos available. You should throw that stuff on every single post you do to build your awareness. The biggest one on this whole thing, this consistency, is keep your voice authentic. So for years, people talked about you had to have this professional appearance. You know, if you're going to go online, be professional. Like, everybody's going to want to see you in a bit. Forget it. You've seen some of the videos that my guy put out. It's borderline like out of pocket in a way, except those are the ones where people tell me they see it the most. Like, if I'm going to get up and do a video, mine's probably not going to be nearly as exciting as what this guy's going to do, especially the guy on the end up here. Holy Jesus.
He keeps using props.
He uses props. Yeah, he's got all sorts of this.
Since I started doing that, my average video is about 2,000 hits.
Yeah.
And that's incredible traffic. I could put a picture out of a home that I sold and I might get 15. Right? I do one of my silly videos and I'm hitting 2,000 likes on each of the 3 platforms. You know, so I stick with it.
Yeah.
It's stupid, it's funny, but I'm going simply for the laugh and it's exposure.
It does work. So I think that's the biggest part of all this. Anything we tell you today, maybe that's the one that you need to lean to the most, is discover your voice. Discover what's going to make you stand out in the marketplace and make it you. Don't feel like you have to conform to any specific thing. All right. Like, even within our team, like, if we put out all a video, everybody's video is going to be different. And that's great because that means that maybe somebody is attracted to Jackson's style, or they want my style, they want Jess's, they want John. But whatever it is.
What's that about?
hey, look, there are people that like that. Okay. That's totally fine. Just, you know, have a little fun with it. But you're in real estate, like, what is the ultimate goal in real estate? What are you trying to do with every person you meet? You're trying to build a relationship with them. Okay, when you build relationships in real estate, the transactions aren't easy. They just flow in because you've taken the time to get to know that person, they know you. When it comes time to do business, like, you've taken all kind of the guesswork of knowing who you're working with out of the picture. Like, of course they're gonna do business with you. When you're building your online brand, if you're authentic, well, then they get to know you before they even sit down and actually meet you. You walk into that house, you're the same person, they know exactly who you are. If you're gonna do something fake online, when you meet them in person, it's gonna change it. So don't be something you're not online. Be yourself. Be funny, be weird, be strange, be witty, be whatever you want to be. Nobody cares anymore. They want authentic. So anything we say today, anything we put out there, anything we keep, like, remember that. Do it your own way. Do it your own way without question. Do it your own way. Right?
Yeah, and I have to say too, when it comes to, using the logos and colors and the same fonts, it's super easy with Command. Like, every time I have an open house, I have like the same template that I use on Command where I can just put in the property. It just super easy, just automatically makes the picture for me. I just post it right up. So they all look the same. It's consistent across everything. And of course I make videos as well, but it's really easy with Command to stay consistent.
Cool. All right. So sticking to the social media a little more, is anybody paying to run ads on any of the socials?
Every once in a while, I'll do a Facebook social media ad through, like, the campaigns through Command, because it's super easy to plug and play. And it really depends on the house. If the house is at unique acreage,
Sure.
has great characteristics, it gets amazing traction. But if you throw like a regular townhome up,
Right.
I don't even know, I think I just lit that money on fire at that.
I feel the same way. I believe that almost every house you should put you have to spend some money on your marketing for every listing you take. Even if it's just the basic, like you're taking professional photographs, that's a money spent. But if you run a KW playbook, who runs the playbook on their properties?
Oh my God.
Jesus, come on, guys.
Start getting on this.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
well,
So you'll start this week.
yeah, you should. So one of the things that we do as a team is we run the playbook almost to a T with not only our listings, but then with the open houses that we're offering as well. And there's some stuff in the playbook that I'll say, I think is like I'm not gonna pay for a food truck to come to my open houses. I'm dead honest, I can't do that. I mean, A, it's not what I'm trying to promote. B, there's just an A, it's not what I want to do. But for me, like, we're leaning into a lot of the things that are in there, as a team. We start with the professional photos, we have the social media, we have the mailers, we have the phone calls, we have the door knocks, we have the open house that sort of doubles all of it up. Like, it's not uncommon for people to hear from either myself or somebody on my team 6 times in the first week the house is on the market. The social media part of it, when you start to look at, if you are going to spend on a listing, and you should put a little money into your business, it's an investment in yourself, right?
Well, when I was saying that, it's like 15-20 bucks.
Yeah, it's not much.
And that goes pretty far in some cases.
So I mentioned that we're getting 40 to 50 leads a week from social media. We are boosting our properties. We are doing targeted stuff because we can absolutely target what we want. The way you can target on social media is it's incredibly aggressive. Like, you can be hyper targeted on what it is you're looking for, with location, with professions. Like, you can include, exclude. Like, if I said I don't want any realtors to see my post, then none of you will ever see it, ever. Or I could say I want every realtor to see it. If I'm going to recruit, I want all of you to see my post. Then I guarantee you'll see it because you're the only ones I'll target. That's the best part about social media, is that it'll work for you if you know how to use it. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be a social media expert like that. No way. I have somebody that if I want to do something, we consult them and they help us with it. And I can set you guys up with that if that's something you're interested in. But the benefits of this, if you're starting to realize, you're going to start to send out mailers and postcards and stuff, which we do. It's not cheap. Not at all. I mean, there are different services that make it cheaper, but it's still like, for every listing, we budget out some money for a mailer. If I take that same amount I spent on the mailer and I do more targeted marketing, the return on this is 10 times greater than the mailer that I'm gonna send out, without question. I still send the mailer because we're still gonna snag 1 or 2 people that are curious about it. But if we're looking for like a volume, we want to attract the most people, then social media is by far the way to go. It's a way better bang for your buck. Way better bang for your buck. So again, this is not the playbook class where I would encourage you to use the playbook, but part of it is leveraging social media by far. Like Ryan said, take $20, $25 for your next listing and boost that listing and watch how many views you start to pick up. And tell Facebook, like you're trying to get people to come to your page or send you a message. They'll let you tell what you want to do. You want them to message you about the property. They'll set up your ad to target people messaging you about your property. Give it $25. If you don't get 1 lead out of the $25, I'll be shocked. You should at least get 1 out of it for $25. There's no better way to spend your money. No better way.
Facebook?
Me, yes. Yeah, I mean, I like.
Okay.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think my Facebook boosted on Instagram as well, because my accounts are connected. Yeah, like mine are connected. So if I post it on one, it's automatically gonna post it on the other for me. I just did my first TikTok video not that long ago. Like it felt weird the whole time I did it. But you know what's wild about it? More people told me they saw my TikTok video than any Facebook video I put out. I was like, gotta be kidding me. It was so awkward. But I don't like, for me, I look at Facebook as the best way to generate the revenue and the views. So that's where I put my money in, is Facebook and Instagram by far. But every single listing we get, I mean, we even continue to, like, some of our marketing extends, and we're marketing properties we've already sold because people are still looking at those. Like, it's interesting to see where all the different stuff come from. Like, we'll list a certain property and like the leads will just flood in off of a specific property. So.
Do you do it directly through your Facebook or do you do it through command?
I do it directly through my Facebook.
Is that like
So
Meta?
Hmm?
Meta, is that what that is?
Yeah, like the business.
So I was having issues where they would flag a lot of my stuff for whatever reason. And then when I would, not to vomit command on you, but we all have to use it at some point. But when I linked my Facebook with that and ran the campaign through the paid ad on that,
Right.
it was already plugged in. All I had to do was search the address I wanted. You can search any address in the complete database of the MLS. So it doesn't have to be just your
Right.
MLS. It embeds pictures. You can change it up. You can change your language. You can put your landing page in, whatever you wanted, and it always went through. So whatever they have laid out allows you to bypass whatever is flagging it on the personal side. And you could still control now when you get a lead, it actually goes right into your contact and into your database. So it was pretty nice from that, the ease of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I will piggyback on the command. Like, command as a tool in general, I've worked with a couple other brokerages. Like, there's nothing quite as badass as command when it comes to making your life easier as agents. All the features that it offers are amazing. Like, we're just set up a little differently in that we've had things set up long before we came to KW. So to switch all of it into command was like, gave me anxiety thinking about doing it. So again, command is wonderful. If you guys all have it, lean into how all these things connect. Because Ryan's right. Like, we went through a lot of growing pains figuring out why our stuff was getting flagged and how to change like one word sometimes to make all the difference. So command has it all figured out for you.
And Ryan, one thing that I've done to get around that, because I know you're talking about how Facebook will flag your stuff sometimes if you're talking about real estate, and exactly why. But one thing I like to do is I'll usually promote posts that aren't really like directly real estate related. Like when I make like an entertaining post, sometimes I'll just promote that because it's not me directly talking about real estate, but it's something that's going to catch people's attention and get them to, follow me or view my page or whatever. And it doesn't flag that usually because it's
not targeting like a product,
Yeah, exactly. So that's one way around that.
Okay, so the purpose of all this is to get people to follow you, to build trust, to get engagement, like become recognizable, right? Like I love to say, like, realtors are like cockroaches. Like, we're just everywhere. I mean, there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents just in York County. Then you go to Lancaster, There's 1,500 more. Then you go to Harrisburg, there's 2,500 more. Like, think about in this area, there's like 5,000 realtors. Yeah. Like, how do you stand out in that mess? You can either list a ton of houses and be that agent because you just sell so many, or you can work on building an online presence and be yourself online, be catchy, get people to know who you are. I mean, I've mentioned a couple agents already in this class that I think don't sell a ton of homes, but yet I follow them because they have such engaging social media content. I think, man, what if I could do that? Like, but maybe I could, I don't know. I'm just not confident.
Here, Jackson.
Jackson is doing it, right. Jackson and John is doing it, you know, like, right. But again, the point is that you want people to know who you are, right? I mean, that's the goal of like, you want to walk down the street and have people go, hey, I know that guy. He's the local realtor. Like, it bothers my daughters everywhere we go. I know somebody. Like, Dad, give me a break. I'm like, yeah, that's the point of this. Like, I want to know somebody everywhere. That means that more people know who I am. Like, you want to be that person. Like, nobody should ever want to be in real estate and be shy, quiet. Like, you need to be out and about. People need to see your face, recognize it, know that you put your content up. Like, that's what we're looking for here. Be the person everybody knows. This is just a way to do it. So some of the things we're talking about, using polls and doing Q&A, like one of the, like somebody that I follow right now puts up a video and says, ask me a question, put it in the comments and I'll answer your question the next time I do a video. And it can be real estate. It can be what's your, you know, your dessert or your appetizer guy, what's your difference and why? Like, it doesn't all have to be real estate at all. I think that's another thing you have to keep in mind. Like, we talk about featuring properties, we talk about buyer and seller tips, but we want them to know you, the person. Be open. Who cares? I mean, you have an opinion, share it if you want to. Now, I will say, like, try and avoid controversy. Okay. Unless you are like, I'm sort of vanilla with my online approach. Like, you won't know my political beliefs, my religious beliefs, any of that stuff, because I keep that out of all of it, because I want to appeal to a larger mass. Maybe you want to appeal just to a specific thing. It determines how you want to come up, be presented, how you want to approach it. The local events, again, that's just a way for people to follow you online, see that you're putting stuff up. I told you that agent in Lidditz, like, I know she doesn't sell much, but people think she's the Lidditz realtor. Drives me nuts. I sell way more real estate than her. Yeah.
Jackson, how much did you get engagement from that paving roller yesterday poll?
I had at least 100 viewers, but I know I had about 20 people that clicked on the poll.
Yeah, so I heard yes, but I didn't see it. Because if you were back with like him wanted.
Yeah, that's the follow was interrupt. So Jackson put up a poll. It was like a pavement roller sitting at the bottom of a drive. Jackson took a picture of it and said, should I write this? He only does the follow up. We can see him leading this thing down the street. So you should have. Yeah, you should have.
They're still on the road.
It might be there to go get it. So, but I mean, that's something that has nothing to do with real estate was, but it got people paying attention to Jackson's page. So Jackson then will do another post quick about real estate. All those people that saw his roller picture will now see his real estate post. Like, it's constant. So we're going to talk about that as well. So social media is pretty easy to track in a number of ways. You can clearly see how many people looked at your post. If you set up yourself as a professional profile, you can get really granular data on who viewed it, the age brackets, where they live, how long they looked at it. You can go really deep if you just flip it to a professional profile instead of your personal one. Obviously, we love our likes and our comments, right? We're just an instant gratification society these days. Like, give us the hearts, give us a thumbs up, comment on it. When people comment on your post, comment back. Don't just admire all the comments. You have to respond to every single one of them. Everyone, even if it's just a, hey, thanks for the like or what, but the more engagement you give them back online, the more Facebook recognizes that you're an engaging personality and the more they'll start to promote your stuff automatically, which means as you put up those houses and you put up those things, Facebook's going to take care of some of the work for you. So respond to every, I don't care if you get 200 comments, you better make it 400 in that post. And then obviously what we're looking for, that's what we're looking for, the leads. That's it. Give me the leads. You know, anybody's with Glengarry, you know, you guys probably too young for that, but we want the leads. That's it. That we're doing all this because we want more leads for our business. Like I said, for us, it is just, we're clicking. We get more leads from social media right now than anything else we do. It took us a while to get it to go that way, but that's where you should go with it. If you're consistent on your social media presence and your posts and your engagement, then you'll start to see leads from it. If you do it right, you can start to earn money from it. That's a whole nother.
The key word is consistency.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the
It's-
consistent part of it.
It's very easy to be like, all right, I'm down in business a little bit, like I'm slow.
Right.
So I'm gonna do this, and then when you get busy, guess what? It goes away.
By the way,
You just kill the consistency or any traction.
right, and so that's why I'll encourage you again to use the KW playbook. Like, we get a listing that comes in and like 6 things happen immediately. The mail gets ordered, the phone numbers get downloaded, the social media posts get scheduled, the photos are ordered, the open house, like, it's all in a system. That way it takes the thought out of our head, like, what do I have to do for this? No, it's automatic. Boom, do it. The consistency is, I mean, we all know consistency is king in this one, but to really start to build the traction on this, you have to be consistent. Like, you see content from our team in one form or shape every day. Sometimes multiple times a day. We have an open house weekend where we have like 7 houses open. You may see like 15 posts come from our team in one weekend. Easily, because we're all over the place with it. So consistency is definitely key if you want to get any traction.
Do you boost your promoting your open house or just listings?
Not usually.
Okay.
Not usually, because what we're doing, so our boosting comes from a combination of the listing that we're putting up. We're sharing the different search sites, like we share our homes.com profile or our Zillow profile or Realtor, because we know people are looking at on those sites regardless. And if we're driving traffic back to those, and those sites like Homes will then work to promote our listing even further. So it's like,
Okay.
it's just a big old juggling act constantly. So we have, this is sort of generic, except this happens on almost all of our listings. Like, we include all the social media stuff in our properties. There's a post, there's a reel, we boost it. We routinely get over 10,000 views on our listings. I mean, we have one that, the one in Manchester, it's been on the market for 5 days. We have across all platforms, we have 43,000 views on it already. Like, people are looking at that thing everywhere. It's been saved, it's been shared, it's been whatever, because we're maximizing the usage of all the different platforms on it. And the goal, I mean, we want to sell our houses. We don't want to just list houses. We want to sell houses. So you're a listing agent, no, I'd rather be a selling agent is what I'd rather be. You know, I want sold. That's how I get checks. It's how I can afford to pay for more marketing and pay for more mailings. It's like that's the goal. Sell it. Okay, so 4 things to take out of this. Okay, first one, be consistent. Be consistent. Number 1, that could be the only one up here. Truthfully, I don't even care about the rest of them. But be consistent. Use video. Who here has never done a Facebook video?
My first one.
Okay, so how did it feel when you did your first one? Was it nerve-wracking?
It was.
Yeah?
But I knew that I gotta keep doing it to get that.
So one of the things that one of the people that I follow said, like, you're gonna jack up your videos, of course. Like, they're never perfect the first time through. They suggested sharing your jack up video as opposed to that final polished one. Well, did you do it?
Oh, yeah.
It works, right?
Yeah.
People pay attention to it almost more when you share the
bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love that. So share that stuff. You're going to mess it up. It's fine. I mean, even now I'll start talking, like somebody will do something over here and I'm distracted and then it's shot. Yeah, share.
I mean, it took a lot for me just to, I was the type of person, I really don't care what you're having for breakfast, So, I mean, I had the listing in Fawn Grove.
Uh-huh.
We had to go down and chop some corn out and find the drain field. So I posted a picture of me and my hat, my machete, and we filled my trailer up with corn and just
Change that to a video.
People
Bob.
are like, oh,
Change that to the video, because you're out there, you got a machete of all things, like that's a prop, like that's gonna do what's he doing with a machete, like come on now. But that's the sort of thing, like.
Yeah.
Posts are great, they really are. Posting a listing is great, posting whatever, but if you do the video on it, video draws the most attention to any one of your platforms. I mean, that's what TikTok is. The video. Video, that's it. All the stuff that we talk about, if you're not using video, if you're just making posts, you're gonna be a long, long climb. There has to be video in all your stuff.
What would you recommend the duration?
Short and sweet, short and sweet. Like the quicker you can make it, the more catchy you can make it, like. I believe you have about 3 seconds to get people to pay attention to your video, quick. And if you don't catch them quick, then they're on to the next one. So all you have to do is just scroll and you're gone, right? Flip it, you're gone. I mean, I can scroll through 100 videos and, 20 seconds if I can't stand any of them, it's just gone, quick. So it's gotta be quick. And even the video itself, like we're not doing infomercials here. Like we're not trying to slug through a 5-minute video. There's a guy locally that loves to post videos of him interviewing people, but they're like an hour long. Like there's no way people are watching more than like a minute of that thing before they're just bored out of their mind. Nobody's that interesting. I have trouble listening to a podcast for an hour, and those guys are paid to do it. And I don't have that attention span. So if you're looking for people to watch your stuff, to catch on your stuff, like I believe that the whole clip should be no more than like 10 to 15 seconds tops. Maybe your property views are a little longer because you're doing a little tour through, but even that should be like in bursts, not just watch me walk. Nobody cares. It's up.
Social media, usually I'm honestly on TikTok a lot. And
Okay.
I see the same structure of the videos usually to catch people's attention where it shows like 3 seconds of foreshadowing, something crazy happened.
Yes.
Maybe the person falls or they say something outrageous. And then it goes to like the normal, like the boring side of the video and it just goes through, but it catches your attention.
You gotta have that initial, why would I watch the rest of this? Like you get like 3, maybe 5 seconds tops, then it's over.
And I think when you had Joe Cipollini doing the MREA play, I think all the stats are in there for like how long people are watching videos on average and how quick you have to have a hook in the beginning. But it is like you said, it's where getting something catchy in the beginning that's going to make people want to watch, whether it's something, you do like a cut to something happening in the video, or you have text on the screen that's, makes people want to engage in it, want to watch it. That's what really gets people to continue watching your videos.
Then combine that with being authentic, right? Like your videos should be you every single time. Just be yourself. Maybe you're going to have something that you're going to lean into as your profile, but make sure it's you. Like yours is different than mine for sure. Like we're all different. Everybody should be different thinker, but it's got to be you. So be your authentic self. And then this is the really key one, is mix business and personal. Like we talk about building relationships with people. Like you don't want it to just be about business. That's not building a relationship. They only know you as a salesperson. We want them to know you, the person. So mix in your personal stuff. Like I know what Maddie does when she's not selling real estate because she posts about it. So I know. I don't even have to ask her. I know what she's doing. Like it's creepy. A little bit, right? Sound saying that way, but think about it. That's what you want. You want the consumers to know that stuff. Like I want them to know what I'm doing. I want them to know if I'm on a trip. I want them to know if I'm using a machete to cut down corn in a field. Like I want them to know me because that helps them trust me automatically. I don't have to take that first 10 minutes of a meeting to build the trust because they know me. I'm out there. And it's fine. That's what I want. Anybody nervous about putting themselves out there like that? Okay. So
I'm not really the outgoing person or video person, so it takes a lot for me to do something like that.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
I was not.
Jeff was, we worked
I
hard
tried
to
it
get rid of it.
Weeks
Really?
and weeks, yeah, I kept procrastinating with it, and then after I did the first one, it's,
How did you overcome it?
you just have to make
You just
one.
have to do it.
Yep, you just gotta do it. Like, you don't make them so seriously.
Yeah, just be yourself. I mean, to succeed in real estate, you have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Like you have to be willing to talk to anybody at any point about almost anything, like be open, be engaging. I realize that if you're a natural introvert, that's gonna be hard. But that's also one of the,
You finish.
that's one of those things that like, to do this job, like you gotta pull yourself, at least in the moment, pull yourself out of the introvert and get yourself to the outgoing. Like I'm so extroverted, it's painful. I just don't care. I mean, it's totally, I love talking to people. I'll drive everybody around me nuts because I just don't shut up. But for me, it's a way, like people know that about me. I'll meet you, like, well, we're gonna be best friends in like 5 minutes because I'm gonna take the time to get to know you, gonna talk about me a little bit. We're gonna be cool. And then we'll talk about whatever else we have to talk about. So work on it. Like it'll be awkward at first and probably a little painful at first. And that's okay. Because once you get through it, like just as a perfect example, like she said, she didn't like it at all. And I kept saying, let's go. She finally started doing it. She does them all the time. So it'll be awkward at first, but rip your Band-Aid off, give it a go. And you'll fail. It's okay. It's all right. You'll stumble. Those are the ones you should share even more.
The reward is when you see how many people actually watch them.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Nobody really cares. Like,
Right.
you're not, like, you might think it's awkward, you might think that people judge you or whatever, but once you do the first one, you realize that nobody cares.
The raving fans, your closest friends are gonna show up at theirs and they're gonna positively comment and reinforce like, hey, what you're doing is awesome. The negatives, though, they won't be negative and they won't say anything. Most likely, they'll just criticize on the back end, but you'll never hear about it. I was thinking like earlier this morning, Brandon Ross, who is a through-people agent, just settled his first deal, maybe 10 grand. And there's two ways as a new agent for you to get business. And it's either before you had to do the door knocking, you had to do the face-to-face, which is I think more fearful than posting on social media because you have to know exactly what to say when they ask you something back. At least in social media, you're making that presence known, but you're not like your engagements through text kind of. And it's just the more, I think it's an easier way right now to get in front of people, get them to know who you are. And then when they're comfortable, they're going to reach out to you to buy or sell a house. But the consistency is key.
It is nice to be able to get in front of people without like bothering them by calling them and knocking on their door.
You get door knocking and cold calling,
Yeah.
which is like very rare these days. But that's exactly how he got that client.
And I do want to, I mean, we're talking, like, we insist on door knocking and phone calling with every listing we take. It's not even like, is it negotiable, guys?
Nope.
No.
I actually, and it's probably because I'm old. I love door knocking. I door knock the piss out of every neighborhood, every open house.
You can only imagine John's videos, right?
Yeah. Use that in your next video. I door knock.
I don't know, the piss out of this game.
Thanks for the next idea. And I'm not sure to have the rubber ducky.
Benny, it's interesting that you say that because you post videos all the time. Like you do them at all your open houses, you do them at listings. But yet you say that you struggle with that.
It's just something that, I mean, I'm getting more used to it now. It's kind of, it gets easier. It's just so different in putting yourself out there. Like, I mean, I do a ton of different stuff. So hearing like feedback from all the different people that I do things and like I coach, I ref, like I'm not just a realtor. So it's like, oh, like are people gonna see me and like officiating and think they don't take me as seriously because they see me like hanging out on the top of counters. Like that's the stuff that bothers me a little bit. But I'm like, it gets easier though.
Is there a way to tie all that stuff in different videos?
There probably is, and I'll
Something like
get
that.
into that. Yeah, basketball season's coming.
Because I never would have guessed that you struggle with that
Yeah.
ever. Because your videos look so like they're just smooth. Like you're out, you're doing stuff at houses, you're showing the house. Like I'm like, man, she's good at that. So, but that's sort of the point. Carter, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we hear
I'm completely fine. Door knocking. I feel more comfortable with having an in-person presence, like desk knocking.
Sure.
And the other person's more easier about it going. But when it comes to Facebook, I'm scared of grown-ups judging me. I'm comfortable with every other platform because it's people my age or like there, but for
I
everything.
get it. So, two thoughts. Most people your age are not buying houses yet. Okay, so that's the reality of your age bracket, which is the good old days, but this is like, people are always judging us in life. Always. I mean, I may walk down the street or walk through the grocery store and people may look at me and just be like, oh, like, who cares?
Yeah.
I could give two shits about what people think about me. If they want to talk to me about it, let's talk about it. That's fine. But I mean, I think to me, the beauty of like Facebook is like what Ryan said, like people are going to watch your video. You can see how many watch it. I mean, it's wild. But most of the times, the people that have something negative, they don't bring it up on social media. They may say it to their friends sitting beside them, but you're never going to know. You are going to see all the people that give you the thumbs up and the hearts and tell you a great video and give you the affirmation that they like what you're doing. So I also love talking to people more. I'd much rather sit down and talk to a person, knock on a door, make a phone call, have it in person. But the social media is undeniably a key driver to my team's business. Undeniable. It's not even negotiable for us. If you're going to join my team, you have to be doing social media. No way around it. It's one of the things I tell agents in my interview. I'm like, you like Facebook? You like Instagram? No, well, you're gonna, because it's that key. There's just no way around it. Well, that's my recruiting video. Can't do that. Okay, so I'll leave it with this. We talk about, like, for the longest time, open houses were the way for you to meet more people. If you wanted a way to meet a handful of people in one setting, you did an open house. Now social media has replaced it. And social media will give you, I mean, it's immeasurable how many more people you'll reach as opposed to an open house by being consistent with social media. I think for anything you're going to do real estate marketing, anything you're going to do to grow your business, social media is the way to go with it. You'll get more recognition, you'll get more brand awareness, you'll ultimately get more leads, and then you'll make more money. Nothing else will have nearly the impact on your business that leaning into social media presence will. So, yes,
What do you think about like radio?
I mean, so
Are people even listening to that?
I was gonna say, like, I don't even listen to like Sirius radio anymore. Like I was a Sirius radio guy for all these years, and now like I listen to YouTube music and Spotify.
Right.
Like I don't even go to the radio station. I know that I mean, people still do listen to regular radio. They do, whether or not I don't even know the demographic behind it
Right.
whatsoever. Like I know it's like with TV ads, like I know companies that live off of TV ads, get people calling all the time. Billboards, like
Mhm.
put your stuff on billboards, like people pay attention to that stuff. I think when I look at social media, the bang for the buck on social media
It's good.
is the winner. Like if you ever call and ask about putting up a billboard, make sure you're sitting down when they tell you the
Oh.
price. You want to run TV ads, like holy, you need to like sell a kidney or something. It's just wild what that stuff costs. And to me, you can't even measure the return on that unless people specifically say, so how did you find me? I saw you on TV. Like here, it's right there. All your data is right on social media for you to track. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with if you have it, you have the means to do some TV, to throw up a billboard, like you see them everywhere. I mean, some of these companies, you know exactly who they are. You drive by their billboards all over the place. That's great if you have the money to spend on it. But for most agents that are trying to build a business or trying to get things started, there's way better value in anything social media than there would be in any of those other platforms.
Do you do anything with LinkedIn at all, or is it worth it?
LinkedIn to me is more of like a networking tool to connect with other professionals. Like I mean, I use it to sometimes for recruiting more than anything else. If I'm trying to add agents to my team, I'll lean into LinkedIn a little more. I had a company years ago that would post all my business on LinkedIn, and it was random to see the people that commented on there, like people I hadn't talked to in years, all of a sudden are like, hey, great listing. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell you are. So I mean, to me, like I want a presence all over social media. So I keep it because I want people to be able to find me almost anywhere. Look me up, find me. So I have LinkedIn, I have TikTok, I have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat because I refuse. Facebook, like I have all those things because you should be able to look me up and find me online. Always. You can Google me, it's right there. So we have 10 minutes left. Who wants to learn how to make a TikTok video?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna teach you. Jackson's gonna teach you, because that's way out of my wheelhouse at this point, so. You wanna teach
You
me?
gotta.
Get your phone on the screen, and let me go find Julie and see if I can get her.
Make sure you don't put your personal pictures in.
Okay, then.
I'm not good with that. Hey.
You find it that would be the mirror. It would be the same way you guys do it in the conference room.
What happened?
No, we're trying to mirror. He wants to hook his phone up.
I can see like.
Could be fun.
Because I'm an introvert too with video. Is the first one you make, you could do a walkthrough and just do a voice on it, so you don't have to show your face for the first one. And my mentor said I was about 2 days. So if you mess up the first one, the second one. You just go with it. Yeah, I really struggled with that for a long time.
Yeah.
Anytime.
There you go.
There we go.
Hey.
All right.
Wow.
So. I like to use TikTok to film all my videos, because once you post on TikTok, it just comes right into your camera roll and you can post them on Facebook and Instagram, whatever. So. With that TikTok on the phone, you're gonna hit this black plus at the bottom. It's gonna open up
What's
your
the
filter
filter?
video. So. There's a couple things I like to do that just kind of improve the quality of my videos. So. I'm just gonna hit the record button and it's gonna start recording. So let's say I wanted to, hey guys, let me show you how to record a video on TikTok. So I just recorded the clip and I hit the record button when I was done. So you can see this little red line here that's showing that there's a clip that's stored. So if I'm going to start a new clip, I can just press again, record the clip, and stop. So when I'm ready to edit it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that red check mark. Gonna hit the record button and start recording. So what I did here is I hit this button at the top, the record button, it's gonna start recording. And it's gonna let me start to. So you can see I'm scrolling through, and if I'm gonna click right here on the clip, it puts these white arrows on the side of each clip. And then I can just drag on the arrows. You see how it's slowly trimming down the size of the clip. But I do this because I can trim it to where I'm just gonna start talking. So you don't wanna have like a long pause in the beginning of your video. You know, you want it to splice all together and you want it to sound
Because
that.
you only get a couple seconds for people to view, so if the second to spend with you like adjusting or something, you would love. So.
Adjusting your clips down to where, right when you start talking, that's gonna make it. In here, you can, if you press on text. If you press on text, you can put in whatever. This is where at the beginning of my videos, I'll put in like anything catchy that's gonna get people looking at the videos. So if there's like an open house, I'll put the address in there, whatever it is. So you can also, at the bottom here, where it says captions, if you press on that, it's gonna automatically generate captions that are gonna pop up at the bottom of your screen. This is something else that just gets people to look at your video. It's something that, you know, people can now watch the video without having the sound on, right? They can see exactly what you're saying.
So this is kind of put up what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's just another thing on the screen that gets people in and helps draw attention. You can see, then I wanted to, hey guys, let me show you how to record a video. You can see though, it just automatically starts generating all the words. The other thing. bottom is you can hit sound. And by doing that, and you hit add sound, it's gonna pop up with, popular sounds across the platform. And if you put one of those in, then we do this one here. You click on the sound, adjust volume, and you can turn it all the way down. That way the sound links to your video. The algorithm will help push a popular sound, but it's not interrupting or, what you're saying. So those are just some things I like to do to trim the clips, add text to the screen, add your captions. Stuff that's gonna help make your video look more professional, makes it smoother, just makes it easier for people to watch. So it's honestly the best thing you can do is go on here and start recording a video and just mess with it. Because there's so many different functions in here, it's really hard to like every single thing right here, but you just gotta get in and just screw with it. That's the best way you can do it. But does this make sense? How you can trim your clips down, add your text, add your captions, it makes it easier to watch. Does that make sense?
It's basic stuff, like
Yeah.
we're not becoming content creators and stuff right here today, that's next week. But what it should do is let you start off by making just a nice basic video, and then you can share this to all your platforms, right?
Yeah, once you post it, it's gonna save it straight to your camera roll.
So we use TikTok to create, and then we take that and we share it to our Facebook, to our Instagram, to all the places you want to share it to. Yes, Carter?
This is really simple, but it doesn't bother you that it has the logo and the username when you're posting it to every other.
I don't care. Yeah, no, I mean, to me, that's not what I want people to be focusing on. I mean, yes, it's gonna be there, that's fine, but I want them to see what it is we're posting.
And you can also do, I mean, I edit all my stuff on Instagram and that saves it right to my camera roll.
Okay.
So it goes from Instagram to Facebook. So if I wanted to put it on TikTok
You
too,
go that way.
it doesn't have the logo,
Okay.
but
I mean, you can use like Facebook, Instagram, have it's very similar to this.
I think this is
I prefer to
easier.
use- Yeah, I think this is the easiest way to do it, but if you're familiar with the other platforms.
I do think too, TikTok is recognized as the video of all the socials, TikTok is the video one. I mean, that's widely recognized, discussed. So when you're sharing videos, if you look at reels, you're scrolling through Facebook and you're looking at reels, the majority are created on TikTok. So, and I do think, like Jackson said, I think of all the different ways to make them, this is by far the easiest. At least to do the editing and the adding the verbiage and those sort of things. I mean, you should be able to pick your phone up, look at it and talk to it without any stretch, but those are kind of boring. So this will gather it up and give you a little more engagement, a little more reason to watch. And this is where the consistency comes into play. Like do something in a similar fashion, something so that people are recognizing your properties and that it's you that's gonna share them.
I mean, the main thing to remember is, if you were watching a video, you'd want it to be engaging and you want it to be nice and you don't want the pauses in the beginning, so you can trim those out. You can try to get good lighting set up. I use a tripod sometimes to film, so it's not like, my shaky hand holding the camera, stuff like that. Just anything you can do to just make it easier to watch. You want to engage people in the beginning. That's pretty much the most important tips that I have.
Cool.
Any questions about that? I hope I explained it right. It's hard to go through everything there.
Well, how did you learn it? You just started
You just
using it,
start-
right?
you just start making a video and mess around. Like I said, there's so many different functions that it's possible to do everything. Especially in just a few minutes.
I like the voiceover too, because if you're doing a walkthrough through a house, if there's steps or anything, you typically get out of breath when you're walking and talking.
Yeah.
So you can just do the walkthrough video and then like film your voiceover and add add that to the video.
And it's easier like when if I have to talk for say 45 seconds, rather than trying to do a 45-second take of all my memorizing everything, you can just cut it into clips and keeps people engaged more, and then you can really perfect it and make it sound as smooth as possible too. So.
Any questions about any of it today?
What's your key takeaways?
Consistency.
Yeah, big one.
Consistency and authenticity. Yourself, do it often.
And the next thing is how do you create the consistency? Like, how are you gonna hold yourself accountable to implementing that in your weekly schedule? So that then you start seeing the results.
And then, I mean, it works. I promise you it works. Like, my team would tell you they're getting stuff in their inbox every day around properties. That's all it is. It's nothing more than leads coming in off of our properties because all the content around them all is just moving.
It's more controlled because you're doing it, and then you're not spending thousands of dollars for Zillow to give you just the right amount of leads to keep your attention, and then just the right amount of ROI to keep you subscribed.
Yeah,
Where this is more like pay as you want to pay, but you control the content.
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to generate that kind of lead stuff. You want to get that kind of lead on Zillow, you'd be paying them $20,000 a month to generate that kind of views on any one of those sites. So, well, thank you guys for giving us your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, but here's the thing is, one room from Amazon, but the playbook that's on here.
And he showed me how to do it. And
I'm not sure. So we could buy.
Yes.
Right. And then,
I'm not.
but. Let me ask. I'm going to ask Ryan because. The playbook of Amazon, but let's say. We have one show. Oh, so you can't make some. Just tell me really good. It's. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. I want to buy one over. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, this person is professional, you just need to skim it, you set it all up in the first place.
Okay.
I think what we want to watch, you can start with like this whole setting.
And I'm like, well, it's recognizing.
October, like, when you want to have everything ready, again, because we work 60 to 90 days.
Yeah.
So, like, we have. They did a simple. Really. Without. Maybe I'm just gonna. Side of things, it's like, out video on there, whether it's social media stuff. We did this with Brock's team. And like they wanted to do, I think it was 200. So it's like, houses doing the deals, and just a buyer, I mean, listen, we want like 100, 100. I mean, like. What strategies that you're gonna do this, what is your daily activity one of this? I get that. So when we come to the one big goal down to the activities, that's what.
So they're good.
Yeah, but he is, it's the same. It's like when we were, so we took Brady and Lucas to San Antonio and they're 20-some years old, so they're out having a good time. Way out doing me or Rachel, so it's like, we're going to bed, we gotta get up, and they like send us a picture that there's another bar. And they're up first thing and they're doing script role playing as a team on the phone at like 7 in the morning at work time. And I don't know that in the way that they all get along and work together.
That's.
But you said the expectation, this is what I expect. I mean, how many people have you seen come in and shadow these guys?
Yeah.
And do you see them stick around?
Right, no.
Because they don't meet the requirements. So.
Yes, ma'am.
I have
I money.
yeah, I have radio right now, but
How do you know that somebody's gonna buy a
Right.
house or sell a house from you because of your billboard? And you're gonna pay $600 times 12, that's $7,200 a year you need 1 to 2 deals to cover the billboard, but you have no way to measure it.
Yeah.
She needs to promote herself through the band.
Yes, I do.
I was thinking like, would it be stupid to like have Keller Williams Hanover? And then have like you guys there and then me here and then
You mean like going like co-op kind of
Brian.
thing?
Brian over
Who
here.
gets the lead?
Yeah.
They see that we're out there.
Investing money, you have an ROI every time you
Yeah.
invest money in your business. So if it's not gonna return you a profit by 3 times is what the rule should be, there's no point in doing it. So
So we did a radio and then we did streaming. We found that the radio actually was so much better than the streaming.
Steve Mansour, he has a little radio push. I think the girl from Shark Tank does it
Yeah,
and he scripts it for him, but yeah, he said that's why I keep it,
yeah. So the radio definitely, streaming did not,
right?
nothing.
Yeah, I had at least 5 different people every single day be like, oh, I heard you on the
Yeah.
radio. So that
Yeah.
was actually a good return.
That they heard.
For us, yes.
I haven't heard anything.
The streaming, no.
Most people pay the extra couple bucks to bypass the bands.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's or premium. like-
Yeah. Oh, she's there.
Go to Lake Mead, I see Patolas. Stop.
Yeah,
And
but
tell
but
me
the pool,
well, she's got it there.
pool is not getting it because of that. She's getting it because people know her
We've
and,
been in there.
yeah.
People. Yeah, but I do see her now, and I don't know if it was before, or I'm just now realizing she's coming out of. Like, she has stuff going in towards Gettysburg, Hanover, like she's starting to branch out. You can't go to Wise Markets without seeing her face when you're grocery shopping.
She-
Yeah, she's just very good with her marketing. But her and Polly have like made like lockdown. I'm not giving up, don't get me wrong, but it's just, it's hard in there. I live in there. I've lived there for 17 years.
So you don't think that?
I
it's
sold
a billboard because
one-
when I go
No,
see, that's like the first thing I see.
no, and that's actually, you know what's funny about that, and this is what I love about
So
Patula.
I'm thinking I need one right there at Simi Valley.
She is actually technically not allowed to have her billboard there. We're not allowed as realtors, like they are very strict, but she found somebody, like she pays. Yeah, she's right on the border and I think she pays that person to use their yard. That billboard should not be there. Yeah. By Lake Mead's rules. Yeah, so I mean, she's good at what she does. She's hard for it.
You want to buy the playbook?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the playbook.
Yeah.